ESC United here. I'm David, and I'm joined with Gojo, or Marty, as you're actually called.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Did your homework. I love that.
What do you prefer, Marty or Gojo?
Gojo, I think, whenever it's about music, I always like Gojo.
Then we go with that. All right, Gojo. You were actually internally selected.
Yes.
I want to hear, how did it come to that?
Yeah, well, actually, it all started when I was on tour in Germany. It came off, I was doing this big festival run in Germany after the success of one of my previous songs, Mrs. Hollywood. And my guitarist said to me, he was like, "Oh, Gojo, you should do Eurovision." And he was like asleep, apparently, who said he was asleep because he doesn't remember saying it to me. And I didn't respond to him either.
Did he say it in his sleep?
I think so. That's what I find fascinating about it. I'm wondering if it was like this big spiritual kind of thing from, I don't know, just like the universe, where it was just like he was possessed for a second and it was just like, okay, like the universe was like, Gojo needs to be on this type of path or something. I don't know. But
well, you're here now.
yeah, right.
Right.
I know, and I listened to it because I've always loved Eurovision. I've always been a spectator, but I've never been a participant, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
And then I thought about it, and I was like, oh, it's actually. And the more I thought about it, I was like, that's actually a great idea. And then I got back to Australia, and made a few messages, and then 3 months later, I had an interview with SBS, and then I had about 3 with them, and they told me that I was going to be representing Australia.
Sweet. So when did you learn that you were chosen?
It was in December.
That early?
Yeah, early December. And then I couldn't say anything as well. Could not tell anyone.
Because you have to record the music video, you have to record the song.
Yes.
I guess the song was ready.
And the announcement is so big.
Yeah.
So
and then it would be a big announcement.
Yes.
When you guys were ready.
Exactly.
Right. But what do you think made you stick out so you were the chosen one?
I think, like I said, it was a lot to do with the success of Mrs. Hollywood, my other song that I released, and the release campaign I put behind it. A lot of people are impressed by that, and obviously, I mean, the song, and the song just did so well around the world, and it was a big insight. I think it was the biggest insight into me and my personality as well. Wow. So, like, I was recording videos on the streets, and I was getting like random people to come play instruments on the videos, and I think like that was showing the funness of my my personality, which I hadn't shown to that extent. Mm-hmm. And I found when I started doing that, like people started really loving it and appreciating it. So I think there's all these different factors. Obviously, the music is very, very important, and like SBS came and watched me perform live before I was selected, and they just saw all these things, and I think it was, it was what they were looking for. So I'm very honored that I was the selected one.
And it's actually a huge honor, I'm guessing. Hopefully you think that as well, because it is the 10th time Australia's participating.
Yes, it's a milestone, exactly, as well. And I think being a milestone of anything is such an honor. And I mean, knowing that I'm representing a country in the biggest song contest in the world, which is essentially the Olympics of music, is the most honorable feeling a musician could ever feel.
Sweet. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm actually happy to hear that you feel like that.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. But yeah, since you're from Australia, I mean, I can imagine how difficult it must be to represent Australia, because it's so far away, traveling so far, everything, all the logistics behind it.
Yeah.
Like, did you find it difficult as well?
Well, it was, I mean, at the start it was difficult because when we were, but that was about a month and a half ago. I was in Australia and I was looking over in Europe, and I saw all the other contestants were like hanging out at times, and I was starting to feel like I was like, oh, I really want to get over there and submerge myself into the world of Eurovision. But I got here 5 weeks ago, and we've literally been to, and we never went, but we haven't been back to Australia because we came over here.
So you pretty much had your own little tour around Europe.
Yeah, we did. We've done over 13 countries.
13?
Over 13 countries.
Because I wanted to ask about this, because I've also seen you've been very active at pre-parties, you've been very active on social media, you've even shown and met some of the contestants in the different countries that you visit.
Yeah.
How did you find all of these contestants? How did the interaction go? How do you feel about all of
this? This is what I mean as well, is the Eurovision is like this. I mean, like obviously I haven't been a contestant of the previous year, but this year, like me being a contestant, it feels like such a family, and everyone's so nice. And even rehearsal yesterday at the stadium, it's like, I ran into JJ, I ran into Parg, ran into Emmy as well from Ireland, and we all just like give each other the biggest hug, and we're like, like, how are you going? Like, I haven't seen you in like a few days, and like we all miss each other and have group chats where we talk all the time. And
Yeah,
it just
I've
feels
seen
like
those.
yeah, and I think it just feels like this big family that, and I just got back from Finland where I was with Erica as well, and everyone's so sweet and nice and such beautiful hosts, especially when we visit the country as well. Because obviously done 13 and we've caught up with mostly everyone. Even when I was in Italy, I ran into Lucia Corsi as well, which is funny because all the other contestants are
He's been very silent.
Yeah, no one. I'm the only contestant who has met him
so far.
Yeah.
I think he has to be here very soon.
Yes.
I mean, you're also some kind of a prankster, aren't you?
A what? A prankster?
A prankster, yeah. I've seen that the little thing down the ditch show you had. Like even the Icelandic boys, they're in this hotel as well.
I know.
Have you made any fun around?
I saw them. I saw them the day I got in, and we were both laughing. We were like, "Oh, this is going to be naughty."
Have you made any trouble so far?
No. I have. It's like I love. It's part of my personality is just being a little bit cheeky. I think it's. It's like, I suppose I've always been cheeky. I grew up with four brothers, so, and I'm the youngest, so I kind of grew into that, I think, through all of that stuff. But yeah, when I was in Estonia, actually, I was rehearsing in my hotel room for Milkshake Man, and for 3 hours I'd done it, and I had headphones on. And when I took my headphones off, I went onto a live with Sissel, Kyle, and JJ. I heard a knock on the door, and I opened it, and there was 3 Estonian police officers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and because I was really loud, and apparently they'd been knocking for like over 2 hours, and I just hadn't answered because I had my headphones on.
But no more trouble after that.
No trouble, no.
Good boy.
I'm a good boy.
I also know many has asked you about your favorite milkshake taste, which I'm not gonna ask about, because we've heard it so many times by now. However, I've seen there's a huge milkshake glass on the stage.
Yeah.
Will it be filled? And if so, what flavor will that have?
Well, if it was filled, I would always choose spearmint because one,
Okay, so yeah.
it's my favorite milkshake flavor, but also like a lime green. It's like it's so cool. I love lime green.
Lovely. So you're also here to make sure that Australia is here to stay in Eurovision.
Yes.
Good boy. Any last words to viewers in that case?
Oh yeah, I would just love to say thank you so much everyone for all your support, especially coming from Australia. We're so far away, and you guys make me feel so very included, and we've only been in the competition for 10 years, and I just want to say how much I and all of us in Australia appreciate that. It's such an incredible competition and world you guys have built, and we feel so honoured to be a part of it. And when you listen to Milkshake Man, all I can ever hope for is for you to have a beautiful, fun time. And when you see us performing it in Basel, if you get your shirt off and shake it around and yell those yum yums as loud as you can, that's all I could ever ask for. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
mate.
Whoa, that was a good one.
That was perfect.
That was a nice dab.